Hey everyone! How's it going? In today's lesson, we're diving into a new and exciting technique, wood burning. But instead of working on MDF or natural wood, we'll be using particle board, which has its own unique properties, advantages, and limitations that we'll explore in detail. One of the fundamental rules in pyrography is always starting with the background before working on the main subject, whether it's a portrait or a central element in your artwork, because the background sets the overall tone and contrast of the piece. If you start with the main subject first, you might struggle to balance the tones later, and if the background becomes too dark, your subject will appear too light, forcing you to go back and darken it, which not only doubles your effort and time but also increases the risk of overworking certain areas, leading to a muddy or inconsistent look, whereas establishing the background first allows for gradual and controlled shading. The tools I use today include a small, lightweight blowtorch, which is great for controlled burning but doesn't have an automatic ignition and requires a lighter to start. I also used a knife to control the burn, preventing the flame from spreading too much, and a custom-made eraser wrapped in fine sandpaper, which removes burned areas to create highlights. Since wood burning relies entirely on light and shadow, highlights must be planned in advance because deep burns are nearly impossible to erase. Highlights can be created in two ways, either by leaving certain areas unburned or by carefully scraping the charred surface using a razor blade or a similar sharp tool, but once the burn is too deep, it becomes permanent. To control the depth of the burn and avoid excessive charring, either move the flame quickly over the surface or reduce its intensity, as holding it in one place for too long results in uneven, deep burns that are hard to fix. Instead, I use circular motions, building up layers gradually to achieve the desired effect. The particle board we're using has a rough texture, making it unsuitable for highly detailed work but great for bold, high-contrast designs. However, its lifespan isn't very long, and it deteriorates when exposed to moisture, so it's best for dark compositions where deep tones dominate. To protect the artwork, you should either frame it, spray it with a clear varnish to preserve it and add a slight sheen, or apply a wood sealer or shellac for extra durability and protection. Safety is crucial when working with fire, so always wear a protective mask since the smoke contains harmful particles. Work in a well-ventilated area to prevent inhaling fumes, and never leave the torch unattended. Keep a fire extinguisher or water nearby in case of emergencies. Handle sharp tools carefully to avoid injuries. And know basic first aid for burns, like cooling the affected area with running water and applying burn ointment. Burning on particle board is a unique artistic experience that requires precision and careful control due to the nature of this type of wood. Unlike natural wood or MDF, particle board has a rough and porous surface, making it less suitable for fine details but excellent for creating bold effects and strong contrasts between light and shadow. One of the biggest challenges artists face when working with it is how quickly it absorbs the burn, so handling the torch or burning tool with caution is essential. The flame should be moved continuously without staying in one spot for too long to avoid deep, irreversible burns. Additionally, since this wood is highly sensitive to moisture, protecting the artwork after completion is crucial. Applying a clear varnish spray or sealing it with a layer of wood sealer will help preserve it for a longer time. Despite its drawbacks, using particle board for wood burning can be an exciting experience, especially when creating artworks that rely on heavy shadows and high contrast, giving the piece a dramatic and distinctive look. I hope you found this lesson helpful. Wood burning is a unique and rewarding technique that requires patience, precision, and practice, so keep experimenting with different types of wood, torches, and tools to develop your own style. If you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss future tutorials. Also, share this video with your friends and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and see your pyrography projects. See you in the next lesson. Happy burning!